Rivers are dynamic systems that constantly reshape the landscape through the processes of erosion, transportation, and deposition. These processes are fundamental to the river's ability to carve valleys, transport sediment, and create various landforms. Erosion is the process by which the river wears away the land. This occurs through four main mechanisms. Hydraulic action is the force of the water itself hitting the riverbanks and bed, which can dislodge particles and cause the bank to collapse. Abrasion, also known as corrosion, occurs when the river's load, consisting of rocks and sediment, grinds against the bed and banks, effectively sanding them down. Attrition happens when rocks and pebbles carried by the river collide with each other, breaking into smaller, smoother pieces. Solution, or corrosion, involves the chemical dissolution of soluble minerals in the rocks, particularly limestone and chalk, by the slightly acidic river water. Once the material is eroded, it is transported downstream. Transportation is the movement of sediment and other materials from one place to another by the river. This process occurs through various methods, depending on the size and type of material. Solution involves minerals dissolved in the water being carried along invisibly. Suspension occurs when fine particles, such as silt and clay, are lifted and carried by the turbulence of the water. Saltation is the bouncing motion of smaller pebbles and stones along the riverbed. Traction is the rolling or dragging of larger boulders and rocks along the bottom of the river. These transportation methods work together to move material from the river's source to its mouth. Deposition occurs when the river loses energy and can no longer carry its load, causing the sediment to be dropped. This happens when the river's velocity decreases, such as when it enters a wider, more gently sloping area, or when the volume of water decreases, such as during dry periods or at the end of a flood. As a river approaches its mouth, the gradient flattens, reducing its energy and leading to significant deposition. The largest particles are deposited first, often forming features such as alluvial fans or river terraces, while finer particles like silt and clay are carried further downstream, eventually forming floodplains and deltas. Throughout its course, a river undergoes continuous cycles of erosion, transportation, and deposition. These processes shape the river's path and create various landforms, such as valleys, meanders, and deltas. Erosion carves out the river channel and shapes the surrounding landscape. Transportation moves the eroded material, reshaping the riverbed and banks as it goes. Deposition builds up new landforms, creating fertile floodplains and intricate delta systems. Understanding these processes is essential for comprehending the dynamic nature of rivers and their impact on the environment. The interplay between erosion, transportation, and deposition is a fundamental aspect of fluvial geomorphology, influencing everything from the formation of river valleys to the development of agricultural lands and ecosystems. By studying these processes, we gain insight into how rivers shape our world, providing resources, habitats, and challenges that have been integral to human civilization for millennia.